Hello friends, today I am going to be reviewing Harleen by, I want to say Šejić, but I may be pronouncing his name completely wrong, so I do apologise. This stunning beauty, it's just been on my mind. I had such a joyful experience reading this, and I had to give it its dedicated thing. So I gave this a 5 stars. As you can kind of guess from the aesthetic, the title, it is another sort of origin story of Harley Quinn. I would say Harley Quinn is one of my favourite characters. I would say I'm more Marvel than DC in terms of those universes, but what I really like about DC is their villains, and I don't know, Harley Quinn is just one of my favourites. So because I just enjoy her as a character, it made sense for me to delve a little bit more into more kind of sources of her story arc, origins, you know, see how different people interpret it, different art styles and stuff like that, and this was, absolutely beautiful. It's full colour, glossy images, and just visually it is super stunning. I'll include some cutaways so you guys can see some of the artwork in here. I mean it was a pricier buy. I think it was about £25, but I knew that I had read some of this author's work before and have enjoyed, so I thought, let's see what he does with the Harley Quinn character, let's see what he does with that universe, and he really did deliver. I believe he did the art and story, if I'm not mistaken, so yeah, a talent through and through. I've got to geek out a little bit and say that the quality of this collection just through and through is absolutely stunning. From the casing of it, when I say casing I just mean like the dust jacket, from the naked hardcover to the illustrations throughout, absolutely stunning. The detail is just amazing, and for me, I'm one of those people that I get kind of annoyed if the inside artwork doesn't match the cover. I do find sometimes artists for different series will have either slightly or completely different art style on the front to what's inside, and it's just one of the things that usually lures me into like a graphic novel or a comic is the art style. And if I'm not attracted to the art style, I'm not going to be paying much attention, because obviously that's what's taking up most of the page, that's kind of what's drawing you into the story, in my opinion. So I'm really glad that that wasn't the case here. It mirrored quite well. You know, you got what you were expecting basically. I believe originally these came out as 3 individual issues, so I do think this is just a complete wind up of those. I don't think there's any more works to come, but I really like, and I mentioned this in a recent wrap up about a different comic, but I really like something that I don't see in like comics too often is like a slower pace, but yeah, it just made you really slowly flesh out Harley Quinn as a character and basically get into her head a little bit more, and it did it in a way that didn't feel boring at all. There was still a lot of high action, a lot going on, but the main focus on her as a character, her as a person, before and as she meets the Joker and gets involved with like Arkham Asylum and criminal activity and stuff like that, it just takes you there slowly, and so you can take your time and just appreciate what you're learning. So a lot of the stuff is stuff we know about anyway, about her origins, but just the way we were taken on this journey and some of the new things that were included in terms of like just like the dreams and nightmares that she had, it just really gave more of a personality to a character that I very much adore. Simultaneously, it was also kind of an origin story for Two-Faced as well, and I wasn't expecting that, but the way it kind of mirrored each other and went back and forth, not necessarily back and forth, but you could just see how things were rising with the different strands of story, and I just thought it was done really well. It also just really built up the tension and the anticipation when you know there's definitely going to be like a standoff between them, you know, at some point, and yeah, it just really helped create those emotions, which I loved. It was also really cool to see how Harleen, before she was Harley Quinn, kind of got that psychological manipulation within her mind when she was assessing the Joker, and how she started to slowly understand his ideologies and was scared that she understood it, but then it kind of just took over and she found herself agreeing more and more, and it was just reading from that point of view and reading how well it was done. You can understand how that would happen. Overall, my expectations for this were surpassed. I had decent expectations because, as I say, I've read from this author and illustrator before, and I have enjoyed what I've read, and I like Harley Quinn, so I thought, blended them together, let's see what we get. But my expectations were totally well and truly exceeded. I absolutely adored this. The story matched the art skill level. It was all harmonious. I enjoyed what I was reading. I enjoyed what I was looking at. It was just a fantastic experience overall, and definitely, I would say, worthy of the price. And it's also going to look amazing, just, you know, propped up to see. Like, oh, I can't wait to go through this again and just flick through. Oh, amazing. Yeah, I really love this. Would totally recommend getting it, and I'll look out for any sort of work like this that this author brings out again, hopefully. Maybe it would be cool if we did a whole villain series of some capacity, you know, because yeah, this was great, and I think they'd be quite cool as like little companion books together. I'm not sure if that's even in the works at all, but yeah, this was a 5-star for me. Loved it. Definitely check it out if you're interested. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you in another video soon. Bye bye.